Hello, viewers. You are welcome to Focus. Today, we have a guest in the house, and we are going to be hearing from him some of his Christian experiences and some of the skills through which God has been able to help him to carry out. So, this program is exclusively for everyone, but especially for the youth who are in the church, to tell you that Christianity is not just all about going to church, but rather you can also impart your life, your word, your environment for Christ through what you do as a Christian. I mean, through the skills that God has given to you as a Christian. So I call him Pastor Success, and he's here with us today. So I want to go to him now, and I want him to introduce himself. You are welcome.
Thank you, sir. All right, thank you, sir, for this privilege. My name is Raji Success Proper. A privileged convener of Possibility Generation. I school graduated from Auchi Polytechnic, Auchi. Thank you, sir.
All right, he is the convener of Possibility Generation. Maybe some of you must have seen this on Facebook, on social media. It's a platform that is used mainly for the gospel. So once again, you are welcome. I want to start. I've known him for some time now, and I know his faith. So I want you to tell us some, maybe your experience, your salvation experience.
Okay. Wow, my salvation experience wasn't easy at the initial stage because I grew up from a Muslim background. My father was a Muslim, but now he's late. My mother is a Christian, so I was in between Muslim and a Christian. So, but I never stay around. I never grew up in a Muslim background, but I stay and grew up with my mother, who was a Christian. So, and I thank God. I was before then. I was just a church goer, just going to church because at my tender age, I can remember vividly my grandmother always take me to church every that I thank God for her life. I think her spirit is part of what I've inherited because ever since I know her, she's always consistent in the things of God, always going to church. It will go to a time that I was very sick. I still have to told her to take me to the church, not to the hospital, because of how she have impacted my life. And since then, I have been just going to church. I never knew Christ until I went to a program. That was when I have admission at Auchi Polytechnic. That is when I got saved, January 2nd, 2016. I can never forget that day. It was a wonderful experience. My life changed from that day till today. I just want to return the glory to God.
Wow. So we thank God for that beautiful. You see, one thing I've discovered in life is that parents or guardian play a major role in the formative year of a child, whether for social life, religion, or whatever. Just as you've heard from him, his grandmother has been very instrumental in his route to salvation. So although maybe that time they were just taking him to church and he didn't even know what was happening, what was going on, but through that he became a roadmap through which he was able to encounter Christ, and he could pinpoint a time, 2016. That was when he finally yielded to Christ, and according to what we've had since then, it has been beautiful. It has been so glorious. That is the life in Christ if you are not saved. But if you are saved, I want to tell you that Jesus Christ is the best thing that can happen to anyone. Now, surely, before we go to some of the skills that you have, I believe that as a child of God, as a Christian, there may be one or two challenges. Because when I look at the youth around these days, I discover that many are not consistent. You see them hot today, tomorrow they are cold. You see them going to church today, very dedicated, and you think these people, they are just like deputy Jesus. But all of a sudden, you will discover that they just go back and they will be worse than an infidel or an unbeliever. Like, what are some of the challenges that you've encountered that maybe by the grace of God you have been able to that you believe is peculiar to youth of this your age?
All right, sir. I think one of the challenges I've encountered from my tender age was health issues. Yes, I was battling with my head since my tender age. Where I grew up with my mother knowing that I was having rheumatism. That is what I was told. That I know I really went through a lot, battled my head week in, week out. I was always in the hospital. I became even a regular customer in an hospital because of my health, and that really was really challenging. It really killed a lot of things I should have known. It made me not to go into things my mate used to do because of the health challenges. So it was one of the challenges that really weak me when I was told I battle with it. Even when I would go to school, they will bundle me back home. It was really terrible. And I really want to thank God as time progresses. It was even recently that God later delivered me from that same sickness. God totally delivered me from that sickness because I through this period it made me know to believe in God because my hope was on my mother because anytime I was sick my mother know one or two things to do to relieve me because it has been consistent since my when I was a child. That was when the sickness was very heavy. So my mother now know what to do to make the sickness go. But it still keep coming over and I was asking God, how can I overcome these challenges? Because I know you can't really serve God when you are not in good shape. Yeah, you are limited to certain things. So it was a battle. So it was I just was serving God very consistent to the things of God. I just totally start living like it. At least there was no longer hope for me. I said, okay, if that is at the but that should not change me from being a Christian. So I was just serving God for like very consistent, pray, do all kind of things, try to make sure that this body in this sickness leaves me. But it was recently when I was running for my NYC. I just went to do test and I discovered that it's gone. I will share the testimony in my church at Auchi Polytechnic, thanking God for what He have done for me. It was really a critical challenges. And secondly, I think most of the challenges youth are facing is consistency. Yes, we are sometimes we are hot tomorrow we are cold. And I think that is because of distraction. Yes, most youth are easily distracted. They don't have the mind of their own. They can be easily swayed in. They don't have the stamina to say things and stand by it. I think it's really something we need to deal with, especially the youth. We should learn to avoid distraction because whether you like it or not, everything around us is built to distract you. Everything, social media, a lot. Even in the world we live to, you will see is full of distraction. You just have to discipline yourself and focus on what God has called you to for you to escape through in this trying time. Thank you, sir.
Wow, that was beautiful. You have had him a hard head challenge. I think that is one of the most critical challenge anyone can have. If you are having financial challenge, well, maybe one or two things you can. But when it is health, it is something else. But in all of this, he got to a time he made up his mind, just like the three Hebrew children when they were called and they said, "Come bow down before this image." He said, "We know our God can deliver us." He said, "But in case if He doesn't even deliver us, we will not bow." So until you get to that point when you have made up your mind that come rain, come shine, I'm going to serve God. Most times God doesn't show up. And again, he said one of the things that youth are having as challenges in serving God today is distractions. Yes, especially social medias. People are being distracted. But he said when you make up your mind and you say, this is what I want to do, this is who I want to become, and it comes with your conviction, it is your decision, you'll be able to overcome. So you hearing me, maybe you are passing through one challenge or the other, it may be persecution or whatever. I want you to know that if you can decide, you can overcome. So before we go on, let's have a timeout. We'll be back to you after this timeout.
Welcome back.
Okay, welcome back. We are still on focus, and we still have our guest with us today, Pastor Success, of who is the convener of Possibility Generation. It's an outlet that is meant to show the power of Jesus and also to bring people to Christ. Now, I want you, like I've been following your page on Facebook, that is Possibility Generation, and your personal page. I've seen that you are into some other things. So apart from, he's a graduate doing his NYC now, and I've seen some skills and some other vocation. I want you to, can you throw more light on that, what you do, because bills need to be paid. And as a responsible person, you can't really rely on your parents mainly for everything. So you are becoming a man, so and you've got to pay bills. So can you tell us, like I see some design, I believe you are into graphic, and I've seen some beautiful design. Like some you are seeing right now is designed by him. Some of these things that you are seeing right now that is being displayed is designed by him. So, and I see excellence in it. So we're going to hear from him. His road, what brought about this, and how far he has gone with it.
Okay, yeah, as you have earlier said, I'm a creative graphic designer. Is the skill it I learned these skills 2015, about to graduate from my secondary school because I graduated 2014. So I just love passion, love to create things, and I notice I have learned a lot of skills, but I've discovered that my spirit just flow with this graphic design because I've discovered that a lot of youth we want to learn everything at the same time. No, you just have to. You can. Some people have the gift; they are multi-talented, but you must be able to be gifted with one thing. One, they should know you for one thing. Then it's that one thing that you cannot lead to other things. So I'm a creative designer. At the initial stage, I learn it. I have a laptop that when I learn, I used to practice, and that thing really helped me in my ND days because I was using it to practice. I was doing project for students. I was printing, typing, just using it to make ends meet when I was in school. I never would depend on my mother, and I was just using that. But it was unfortunately that during my HND, my laptop got spoiled. So I just have to fall back to something. So I now discover and I begin to follow online. I just begin to realize, stumble upon a course about graphic design, and the person told me vividly that you can use your phone. You can use your phone to, you don't even need a laptop because it is not about the tool, it is how you have mastered it. So, and also, let me give it a try. So I just register for the course, and it was wonderful. Well, I learned a lot about the graphic design, the basics, how you can create beautiful design. So I was just there. He will give us a course, give us design to replicate. So I begin to replicate it, and I begin to create time for it. Sometimes in the night when people are sleeping, I will just wake up and just try one or two things, and just I will look for other design. When anytime I see beautiful design, I will save it in my phone and just try to try it. So I begin to do it consistently. I begin to master it, and I discovered that I know little things about graphic designer. So one thing is, and even at that point, I never even stopped. I still wanted the more because at some point people were telling me that my design was not good enough, that I need to upgrade. Even though now it is not my best yet, I'm still trying to improve. I still keep upgrading. Even now, I'm still going through training on this same graphic designer. Thank you, sir.
Wow, you've heard that. Just like he said, many of us youth, we want to be jack of all trade. Hold on to something. God asked Jeremiah, say, what do you see? So don't say you are into graphic, you are into this, you are into this. No, be a master of one piece. Just being a master in one can open doors for you. And one thing I've discovered that is many of us will give up too soon. And just like he said he kept practicing, going for training. Many of you think that training is not important. I want to tell you, no matter who you are, no matter the peak you have gone to, there is still somebody ahead of you that you are looking up to. So please, I want this to be a challenge to you watching us now, that when you are focused on, maybe you have a skill. Let's say some of you are good in creating content. Maybe you are good in creating maybe comedy content, but let it center. If you're a Christian, let it center around Christ. That is the bottom line. Don't go after the world, you go naked and all those things. That is not the core value of Christianity. So be focused, and when you are focused, you will surely get there. Now, lastly, let's talk about the kingdom. Let's talk about the kingdom service, what you do in the church, what you do in the kingdom, and so on and so forth. Because I see, like I think there's a program you are doing coming up recently to mark your birthday, if I'm correct. So that is to tell you that I follow you up on your social media page. So he has a program coming up for his birthday, and he has put together some youth who are really on fire to impart people. So now let's talk about your passion as a kingdom minded person. That is a kingdom service. Let's talk about the passion that you have for the work of God, and what the outlet through which you are carrying out this passion.
Okay, sir. My kingdom service. I from my I just like to give a example. From my tender age, I've really see that if you must be great, you must be willing to serve. Yeah, but I've discovered that the youth of our generation don't want to serve, but they want people to serve them. So you must be ready. Anything that has to do with God, put all your energy, put all your force, put everything you got, because it will certainly reach result. And my kingdom service has been a wonderful experience. I just love to serve God, because I've seen people calling me pastor. This fully, truly, I'm not really a pastor. Truly, I'm not really a pastor, because I think pastor is a title you need to be need to be imparted into. But I just love God. I just want souls to be blessed. I want life. I want people to come into the knowledge of Christ. So that is all about what is really me to be in kingdom service. Souls winnings. So, and by through which even this platform, this possibly generation, I never will have it. It just came as a spiritual. It will started as WhatsApp groups, WhatsApp. So I just spoke with a lot of few people. I said, why don't we create WhatsApp where we can bring people and just be declaring and we'll be blessed. From then we started, and it was really wonderful. We started, and God was really helping us. Now we by privilege of the fathers in the land, they now accept us to host program in their church. It's a privilege, wonderful privilege. These are the things maybe they seen us doing, we never knew. So it really matter whatever you are doing. You have this consciousness that people are always seeing you. You may think nobody is seeing you, but people are seeing you. So just be dedicated to the things of God. My passion for God has no boundary. I just love God. I want, especially my focus is in the youth ministry, and my youth ministry, because I see a lot. When I see a lot of things happening around the youth, it's like a challenge to me. I want what is happening. The youth, they say, are the future of tomorrow, but sometimes I look at this youth. The youth are not eating their future today. So it is really a call for us youth to wake up, to become a terror to the kingdom of darkness. You can do the little you are in your capacity while believing God for a massive and a great dimension. Just serve God with a mindset of soul winning, not the mindset of pride, or you want something from people. Just a mindset of soul winning for lives to be changed. That is why every time my birthday, I just want to bring people so that life will be blessed. That is the
Okay. Well, you've heard that. Yes. I think I've been in youth ministry for some time now, and I've seen youth who want to serve God so that God can do certain things for them. No, I just develop a passion, that my own passion is to serve God. And when you do that, the Bible says, seek ye first the kingdom. Every other thing, you may not even know how it was going to be added, but definitely it will be added. So you have had him, and he has a program coming up. Which day is it? So
19 of August. That is next week, Monday.
okay, that is this coming Monday. Is having a program. I think the program is showing right now on your screen. On the 19th of August, Monday precisely, is going to be hosting this program. Please, wherever you are, if you can join up, especially if you're a youth, I'm sure you are going to be blessed. So finally, can you which word of advice do you have for the Christian youth out there?
Okay, my advice for the Christian youth is know God for yourself. Know God for yourself. It is very important that you have a personal relationship with God, because the God you know is the God that will save you in trying times. Know God personally for yourself, having one-on-one relationship. Sometimes you keep hearing your pastor or people saying about God. Why don't you go and study and know the God for yourself? Because it's the God you know for yourself that will help you when nobody else is there. There are certain things I've gone through that evil. I sometimes want to reach my pastor, his phone is switched off. So at that situation, what will I do? I now switch to the God I know to help me. So it is very important, as you know God, never remove God from any equation. No matter who you are, no matter who the success, no matter what you have achieved, if you remove God from what you have achieved, you are still a total failure. God must be the center of everything you do. And number two is we should avoid competition. Yeah, the youth of this our generation are so competitive. They want to be like this sister A, they want to be like brother A, sister A. No, stand on your what God has destined you to be. Avoid competition, because I know that those who are complete in Christ don't compete with men. There's no need for comparison. You are unique in your own way. Stop this unnecessary competition, because that is one of the things that mad pressure on youth, and some of them die before their time because they want to be like, they want to arrive on early. Stand on your ground, avoid competition. I think the last one is you should believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. You must have this belief. It is what you believe that will now make you to become. If you believe that this is who I am, a lot of youth are intimidated by a lot of things going around the world. It's because you don't know who you are. When you know who you are not swayed by everything you see comes your way. Believe in yourself and trust God for a better tomorrow. Thank you, sir.
Well, thank you so much. We have heard from our brother, I call him pastor, just as he has said he has not been ordained, but I'm sure the ordination is coming soon. So it's nice having you. It's a privilege, and we really appreciate what God is doing in your life. So this is Focus, and we have had his advice to you as a youth. Believe in yourself, trust God to help you, don't compete. So many people have gone into problems, so many people have gone into crisis because of competition. I want to be like this, I want to be like this. Yet a good example can encourage you, can steer you up, can motivate you, yes, can challenge you. But let it not become a competition that yes, I must. No, when you have that spirit, you will miss it. So this is all for us today on Focus, and I'm sure next time we'll be bringing somebody else to you. God bless you. I remain Evangelist Timothy Adeboye. God bless you. Till next time, we say great grace.